Radical.
What's up, everybody? Busy start to the day today. Not all good news. My water pump went out on the Impala. In fact, I had like a lot of water leaking under the Impala. And just like Metal Jesus, I thought about having a sympathy upload for all the leaking water on my Impala. I think this water pump is going to be about $40,000 to fix. Yeah, it's a very expensive job on these Impalas. Just joking. Hey, let's talk about some comments from Mr. Russell Westbrook. I talk about comments all the time. I reply to comments, but I was reading this and it was so funny. I have to respond to this. Now, he was interviewed and asked about some aspects of his game. And Russell Westbrook said, I disagree with the point that the game wasn't going my way. My game is not predicated on shots or if I turn the ball over. Westbrook said after the win, I miss some shots. That's part of the game. I'm allowed to miss shots. I can do that like any other player. I can do that. I can turn the ball over too. I can do that. That's all part of the game. But when you watch a basketball game and figure out what impact is, making the right plays, boxing out, rebounding, whatever that may be, making the right play, making the right reads, that's all about being a basketball player. This is hilarious. It is hilarious on so many reasons. First off, he says, he's allowed to miss shots. He's allowed to turn the ball over. Imagine the frustration going through the head of LeBron James and the coach of that team to actually hear him say this. Most players that have a low percentage on shooting, he says, well, that's not predicated on shots. Imagine that. You're a basketball player. You're the starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, and you say your game's not predicated on shots. I guess scoring. What is your game predicated on? Oh, those triple doubles, but we'll get into that in a moment. He says it's not predicated on turning the ball over. That's part of the game. Most players don't turn the ball over 9 times in a game. In fact, Russell Westbrook is leading the league in turnovers. But miraculously, he actually didn't have any turnovers the last game. That's not going to happen again. I would bet money that's not going to happen again for several years. That's just a fluke right there. But he turned the ball over 9 times in a game. So the reporter asked him, I think, after that, how good does it feel to actually not have any turnovers in this game? When the reporter should have been like, hey, you weren't that trash this game. How's that feel? But he makes the claim that he's allowed to miss shots, allowed to turn the ball over. Well, to an extent, I don't think there's any player ever in existence that had a perfect game in shots or no turnovers or no errors. But to hear this man say that, again, to be LeBron James who brought him on, hey, smart move there, GM, bringing on Russell Westbrook, I mean, it'd be one thing to even bring him on your team for free. But LeBron actually traded away Kuzma, who's playing pretty good for the Wizards. He traded away some future assets, some young players, to get Westbrook. What kind of a fail is this? The idea was they bring on Westbrook, gives him some good quality minutes. LeBron can actually rest himself on the bench. But giving credit to LeBron, he's playing right now at an MVP level because there's no one else on the team. I don't know how long that's going to last, but LeBron's actually working harder now at bringing on Westbrook. But yeah, so he says it's not predicated on making shots, and he can turn the ball over. He's making $44 million. You know what? I think myself and a lot of people listening here probably aren't at the athletic level to play in the NBA, but if you told me I could make $44 million next year and I have to train to be a basketball player, I still probably couldn't make it to the NBA. But $44 million is a lot of damn money. It is. I can guarantee you I would not turn the ball over 9 times in a game. I would figure out a way to not turn the ball over, okay? That's the weird thing about, $44 million. It inspires a lot of people. But this guy is making a ton of money, and he is not inspired to just improve his game, to just work on his game, right? He just doesn't get it. That's the most frustrating part probably when you read this if you're the LA Lakers. He does not get it. He's taking up all that money. He's a starter for the team. And all you have to do, Russell Westbrook, is quit turning the ball over. Quit trying to chase those elusive triple-doubles. There's times where he's trying to get rebounds, and he's boxing out his own players to try to get the rebounds. There's one hilarious clip where the rebound was going to one of his teammates, and it was toward the end of the game too, but he had to box out his own teammate to get a rebound. I guess everyone on the team, he's told him, listen, I'm getting the rebounds. What's important to Russell Westbrook is not winning a championship. He doesn't have any championships, and he's probably not going to have any rings by the time he leaves. For him, it's all about those triple-doubles, 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 quarter-pounders with cheese. That's all he cares about is those triple-doubles. He's one of the most stubborn players ever to exist in the NBA, and the Lakers have him. So I thought this was just hilarious to read. And I'm not really a big fan of, the Lakers or LeBron. Specifically, I'm not a fan of LeBron. I mean, let me rephrase that. LeBron's a great player, but I don't root for LeBron. But I will say that he is definitely a great player. He's a really stupid GM, though. He's one of the stupidest GMs for the team, one of the stupidest moves ever made in the history of the NBA. And if LeBron never wins another title again, people can point to the decision he made to bring on Russell Westbrook.